Hey, Josh the Balloon Guy here. And expanding off of what we did yesterday with the eggs in the grass, I got a question about can you do it in a basket? And so, absolutely, you can. And I may show you a bigger basket later, but I figured I would come up with a basket that was a quick line work version. And I'm going to use two different colors for this just to show you what we're doing. So, in this case, I'll use a blue and a pink. Um, all right, so that's the Protects Fashion Blue and Protects Bubblegum Pink. Um, and again, normally I'd probably do these out of brown, which I actually I'll show you the version out of brown. But again, I want you to be able to follow along with me. So you need two 260s and then three 5-inch rounds, any color. And yes, I'm going to get a little choosy here because why not? So in this case, yellow, orange, and purple. All right, so we're going to start off by blowing up both of our 260s, leaving a little over a hand. All right, so a little more than a hand at the end. I'm going to give a little burp. Yep. All right. Now, we're going to start with a little 1-inch or 1-finger bubble that we're going to turn into a pinch twist. Okay. We're using the knot and the remainder of the balloon to hold that in place on both balloons. Okay. Then we're going to face those pinch twists opposite each other. Figure out a good length for the base, which in this case is about 5 fingers. So I'm not going to quite go a full thumb after. All right, and we're going to go ahead and twist off our bubble there. Again, just over 4 fingers, about 5 fingers. And I'm going to twist that point into the pinch twist on the opposite balloon. And then we're going to match up and do it again. Okay, and you want them to be very close in size here. And this technique that we're using is called a flat weave. Now, normally you would go up, and we did this on the Among Us crewmates, and you keep them the same size. But for this basket, because we want to have a basket shape, we're actually going to make the next layer a little bit bigger. In order to achieve the next layer, we need to do a 1-finger spacer bubble, and then a 1-finger pinch twist on each balloon. Okay, 1-finger spacer, 1-finger pinch twist. And this is why I'm showing it to you in 2 different colors. Because you're going to see the weave here, the weave part, is that where this pink was before, now the blue is going to go. And I'm going to make each side of this next layer about a finger width bigger than the bottom layer to give it kind of a reverse pyramid shape. Okay. See how that blue there is bigger than that pink, but this blue is the same size. So this is our bottom layer, our second layer. Again, we're going to match up the second layer together. So they're the same size. And then twist into that ear twist or wrap into that ear twist. And we're going to repeat that process one more time. A 1-finger spacer, 1-finger pinch twist, 1-finger spacer, 1-finger pinch twist. And then again, the opposite color goes over, and we're going to give it another 1-finger space on each side. And wrapping it into that, coming back across with the other balloon, matching up the lengths. And the more that you do this, the less you'll have to actually twist off before you twist into the pinch twist. But just starting out, it's good practice because it helps make sure that you've got your lengths the same. Okay, and so then I'm just lining everything up. Again, notice here, pink, blue, pink. If you're doing a single color, it'll all be the same color, but this just shows you how the balloons alternate. Okay, on the back side, blue, pink, blue, because your balloons need to keep alternating back and forth. Now, for the basket handle, I'm just going to do a simple crossover with either one of the balloons, okay, and figure out however long I want my handle to be, and that looks like a good length to me. So I'm going to twist off because so that I know my length. Go into my pinch twist, okay, and I'm bringing that around, and I'm going to go ahead and tear off and tie off, or wrap around a bunch. Okay, for the other balloon, I'm going to tear off close to the end because I'm done with that balloon, but I'm going to stretch the uninflated part across the inside of my basket, and I'm gonna make it a little bit tight because that will help to shape the basket and also give me a place to attach my eggs. And I have enough here. I'm going to go back one more time. If you don't have enough, you can tie off on the other end, and that's fine. Okay, and so that gives me, if you see in there, a space to tie in the eggs. We have our little handle, and so again, I chose purple, orange, and yellow for this one. I'm just going to put in about a cutie size orange. You know, so those little oranges that are just a little bit bigger than the palm of your hand. That's what you want out of this. Okay. So just to show you the size, and then I'm going to, pinching my nozzle, squeeze air back toward the nozzle, then back toward the tip of the balloon, just to give it that egg shape. And then I'm going to take that, go ahead and tie it off, and then tie it around that stretched balloon in the middle. And that helps to lock it in place. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Okay. Cutie size orange. Stretch it into the neck while pinching the neck. Tie it off, and then stretch it back the opposite direction to help make it egg-shaped. And then tie it in, and then one final egg, just because 3 is a good number. Something about having an odd number is just a good thing in art. I don't know. All right, and then we're going to kind of push those down into the basket, reposition all of our pieces of our basket together. Notice there's 2 eggs on one side, the middle egg on the opposite side, and we have a little Easter egg basket, a little Easter basket with eggs in it. Okay, and again, that's just so that you can see the structure of it. This is what it would look like if you do one color. All right. The thing with the one color, you do want to practice it because you want to make sure that you're always doing the opposite balloon. It's real easy to get going with the same balloon, and you can usually tell that you got the opposite balloon because it'll be the one that has a little more length to it once you come across. As always, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.